how you doing? It's me, Kat. Welcome back to my channel. Actually, I'm re-recording this video because my phone didn't have enough storage to do it, so I'm kind of just picking up where I left off. But please subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button. I really appreciate it. I especially appreciate it if you subscribe, because I do need subscribers. There are commercials on some of my videos, and we don't get paid until we get like 1,000 subscribers, and I am trying to do this as a job. So I really appreciate your help if you decide to do that, and thank you so much. This read is for water signs. It may not resonate for everybody, so just keep that in mind. But what I originally came up with so far was that in the past, this is between the past and the present, so it's technically in the past, you came out of your shell, and I'm getting probably a Cancer was more likely anyway, but you came out of your shell because you did not get some form of communication that you wanted. This may have been about love or finances. In some cases, I think it was a physical relationship or a romantic relationship. And so when you have been letting go of it, you relieved yourself of the burden. This is relieving the burden here. You just like let it go, you know, you got rid of it, but still you haven't fully walked away from whatever that was. Sometimes you just gotta let go. I think that's what it's saying. But as far as whatever this matter is that was getting nowhere, or there's a document or finances or a lover, there's going to be justice down the line. There's going to be the outcome is going to be better than you expected, but it looks like something, I'm not sure what this is about. Where's my here, I do not always remember why certain cards are what they are. Especially once I become intuitive and start reading, I forget stuff. Ten of Swords. Okay, well that makes a heck of a lot of sense. So, all right, yeah. So as long as you fully walk away from this, you're gonna have a really good outcome with this Justice card, okay? So whatever this is that you need to walk away from, I think it's some kind of a document. Somebody was waiting on some kind of a document. Again, this isn't going to resonate for everybody. It's just what I'm seeing is someone was definitely waiting on a document. You gave up on it and came out of it. I don't know if you could be like, is it possible to be waiting on a divorce, like the other person not signing the papers? I mean, I'm divorced myself, but like, there may be cases where someone doesn't sign divorce papers. I feel like someone wants divorce papers and they wouldn't get them. Like the person's refusing to sign them, I think for religious reasons. So that's obviously very specific and cannot be for everybody. But there are religious reasons why somebody wouldn't sign a divorce document. But it's all going to work out in the end. Obviously, like if you don't want to be with someone, you don't want to be with somebody. I mean, what can they do about it, right? Or was I looking at this again? Oh yeah, just don't be hung up on it. Just go on with your life, okay? You don't need to hang up on it. There's nothing you can do about somebody who's not doing what you don't want them to do. So, but anyway, if this, for other people, if this was a boyfriend you were waiting on, it's kind of weird. It kind of looks like there was a guy, another story here. There was a guy that you really wanted, but for whether you're male or female, I'm not basing this in sexual orientation or anything. So there was a guy that just couldn't get how do I put this? He couldn't develop the full attraction for whatever reason, like he wouldn't give into a romantic or physical relationship. And you're letting this go, and that's good. But I think down the line, if you're patient, he might come around, but it's not, I wouldn't wait around, just go on with your life. Sometimes people need to grow on each other. And if you don't grow on each other, just forget about it, okay? But yeah, I kind of feel like, yeah, this person just couldn't, for whatever reason, they had a blockage about, you know, taking things to the physical level, so to speak. It could be somebody that's sort of not fully admitting their sexuality too. That could be a problem sometimes too, because you can be in a relationship and the person, weird. You know, sometimes people don't want to be with you just because, like, they're not saying something, and sometimes it's better just not to get the answer for that. I mean, it's just kind of, why would you keep asking someone if they don't want to be with you? It's not going to change anything, and it's really hard. You don't want to put someone in that place where they have to answer you, because it's real painful to answer those questions. I've had people do that to me before, and it's like, I don't feel like answering your question. I'm just not interested, you know. But it's weird because these 3 cards came out. I don't know why I keep forgetting this card here. So this is weird. So there's another scenario here. So the waiting was over. The person gives in, even though he's kind of like on the fence or not 100% all there. And what would happen if that happened would be, so say like with this particular person that you wanted to give in, like if you're still thinking about this, if you manage to get this person to give in to the relationship, this is what would happen. It would completely fall apart because they weren't 100% in. So I really don't know who this is for. It's supposed to be a water sign reading. Oh, by the way, it's timeless, and for 2000, so basically for 2021 onward. But I kind of feel like it might be a same-sex couple because there's a lot of men here, like 2 men, but it may be the same for a girl and a guy too. But I do think this, I get the picture, the feeling of somebody who is really on the fence and not wanting to say why they don't want the relationship, and they don't want to be bothered about it. So it's better just not to bother them about it. There was something there about finances too, that whatever this paperwork that you were getting, or this divorce or whatever it was, that it will work out eventually, and just don't be hung up on it. Don't think about it every single day. Just do what you can, go on with your life. But I know sometimes when you really like someone, it feels like they're the only person in the world. It can, especially when you're younger. I don't get like that anymore, but I did when I was younger, and I think a lot of people are like that when they're younger. As you live longer, you start to see there's a lot of options out there. You don't need to just be all hung up on one person. And ultimately, if you think about it, a large percentage, just say like in your dream world, this person gave in and you didn't collapse. If they had any reservations at all about getting into something with you, it's eventually going to cause a collapse in the end. So just let it go, let it be. And if they decide to grow, like, you know, a lot of times it happens in life where people just don't see how great you are, you know. You may be the most interesting, great person in the world, and say like this person doesn't notice you because they like people that go to the gym and get really ripped, and say like you're kind of a bookworm or something, and you don't really, you work out and you're in good shape, but you're a bookworm. They don't see that in you. They don't see that. They don't just, they like the people that are just ripped, you know, and like have muscles popping out of their earlobes, and, you know, their butt is like a, you know, they can drink, you know, they could put a cup on it or something stupid like that. We all have these ideas about what it is that we like, and then we overlook the best thing for us. This happens a lot of times. So honestly, just sometimes it's better just to be friends with people. A lot of times really good friendships can start with crushes. This happens to me all the time. You know, I'm like a little infatuated with someone, so you get to like know them a little better. And then after you spend like a year around them, you'll realize, this person wants kids, I don't want kids, or whatever. Not that you don't want kids, I'm just saying you'll notice that this person's a little more materialistic than you are, or something like that. Where so, and originally when you first saw them, you were just like, oh my god, wow. Then you see them for a while, you still think that they're gorgeous or amazing, but you just realize that you're too different. And a lot of times there are people that can size you up really fast and tell right off the bat that, you know, either you're just like too this way or too that way for them, and that's never gonna work. And they just know because they've been through it before. Sometimes it's baggage that's attached to them that makes them that way. So sometimes it's just better to be friends with people, you know. And if you grow on them, they will come out and say something. As long as you, if you've told them clearly how you feel, they will. If you've been very straight with them about how you feel, down the line, if they come around and then they're meant to be in a relationship, they will come out and say something to you, okay? They will pursue you when they're ready to pursue you, but otherwise, just let it go. Go ahead and meet somebody else. And you know what? Thinking about relationships constantly doesn't do you any good. It's better just, you know, make yourself your best friend. Yeah, and this is saying to focus on your work more. In the past, when you were concerned about this person, you weren't focusing enough on your finances and things. You're just thinking about them, somebody. I'm not saying everybody. But there was somebody who was like, it's better just to, you know, throw yourself into your work. And if you did throw yourself into your work, great, it's better. Or into something you're interested in than wasting your time thinking about somebody. So yeah, I have this guy here too. So there's a couple of these. This is we've got two upside downers here. So yeah, this is more like an ex-spouse, probably an ex-husband. And this is more like somebody who wouldn't give in to a physical relationship, most likely. They didn't want the physical aspect of the relationship. They weren't attracted. either they weren't attracted or, you know, you weren't the gender that they prefer. And a lot of times people won't tell you what gender they prefer. Believe me, if they're, especially if, depending on what kind of background they come from, like they may act like, you know, have all kinds of strange behavior if they're not in touch with their sexuality all the way, or they're not admitting who they are. So when you do experience heartbreak with people, just know that, or if they don't want to be with you, so a lot of times they're saving you from a lot of misery. So just be okay with that, okay? But I feel like down the line, there's going to be a financial justice. I don't have any money cards here, but I feel like there's some kind of financial justice coming. But you just can't keep thinking about it, so. I feel like that's it for right now. So thank you so much for coming. Please hit like and subscribe. If this resonated for you at all, or I got anything right, could you please say something about it, because it helps me get better at this. And also I'm interested to know like how this works for you guys, because I know it's not going to resonate for everybody, because this is a pretty specific story. But that's just what I got today. And also I had to re-record this because my phone was being weird, and the name Randall came up, and I think that's somebody's grandfather. I forgot to mention that earlier, but somebody's grandfather was named Randall. I think the name Randall came up. So anyway, I don't know what that has to do with all this, or you had I don't know, like do people name our generation Randall anymore? I mean, the newer generation, this might be an older person. I'd be surprised if there were a younger person with that name, but it could be somebody's lover named Randall. I think he could be somebody's boyfriend. But either a grandfather or a boyfriend, I'm not sure. So, I don't know why I have that name in my head, because it's a weird name to get. It's not like a name we use that much in this day and age anymore. It's an old-fashioned name. But anyway, thank you so much, and thanks for coming back to my channel. Have a good one. Bye.